Hey everybody. Hey. Hey there. Hi replay people. I heart you. I heart all the replay people as we give a moment for live people to join us. Yay, we made it. Welcome to the midday moment. I take a moment out of my day, right here in the middle of the day, working, meeting, and all of that. Every now and then, they catch me. And I kind of not necessarily meet my intention to be here, but I made it today, y'all. So welcome to the Midday Moment. If it's your first time joining us, I'm your host, Dr. Davina Jones. The Midday Moment is the place where we come to remind ourselves to expect great things. And we expect great things not because we ignore the question of our day, not because we ignore the challenges of our day. We expect great things because we recognize that we are both fully human and fully divine. And in our fully human selves, y'all know what I'm about to say, we got stuffs. It's a whole bunch of stuff in that fully human self. And at the same time, in our fully divine selves, we got the answers to the stuffs. So the midday moment is designed to help you tap. Come on, tap. Come on, tap. You ain't gonna break it. Tap. Tap into your divine. Because when you tap into your divine, when you tap into the highest part of you, your divinity, your Christ mind, your love mind, you tap into everything you need. Come on, y'all. It's time. It's time for the midday moment. It's time for the midday moment. Hey, it's time for the midday moment. Oh, it's time. I'm expecting great things. Everybody say, I'm expecting great things. Oh, I'm manifesting great things. I'm expecting great things. Where are you doing all this expecting and manifesting at? In my life, I'm expecting great things. In my home, yeah, I'm manifesting great things. And all around me, I'm expecting, creating, manifesting great things eyes may not see, but I choose to believe. My eyes may not see, but I choose to believe. Your eyes may not see, no matter, I still choose to believe. Sometimes I don't see, but I choose to believe. I believe in great things. Yeah. Yeah. All right, y'all. Say thank you, theme song. Thank you, theme song. Somebody asked me the other day, do they hear you singing in that office? Child. I'm on my break. I'm on my break. They probably do. If they do, they're used to it by now because this is so routine for me. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Midday Moment. Listen, I missed y'all yesterday. Woo! It was a very, very full day, and it's another full day, but I was able to, make sure I was able to, plan things so I could be here, right here with you live. So I'm so delighted that you're sharing the moment with me. Listen, we've been working together in our book. This is the bestseller of the bestsellers, okay? If you don't have it, it's still time to get it. But this is the bestseller of the bestsellers, all right? Life-changing prayers. We've been in this for a minute, and we're going to be in it for a minute, okay? But this is so good. This book, as you can see, it's about prayer. Prayer is your conversation with God because God is love. I like to say it's your love conversation. And when you have this love conversation, honey, it does something. And we like to tell you, remind you, it's our principle. Okay, you got to do what works for you. It's what works for us. Okay, prayer does not change the thing. That is not why we pray. Prayer changes you. This love conversation right here, it changes you. it lifts you up where you belong. You know that song? Remember, we've been working with this song. Lord, Lord, lift me up where I belong. CC and BB say, Lord, lift us up where we belong. The original, that's Jennifer Warren and Joe Crocker, I think is his name. Lord, lift us up where we belong. Okay? That's what prayer does. Lifts you up to the Christ mind, to the love mind, where you belong. All right? And so when you do that, you change the thing because you are operating from the highest part of you. That's what this does. So we've been sharing this with you. The reason I share this with you and the reason I do the midday moment is because there's a certain way that I live my life so that I can overcome on purpose. No, 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 no. I'm not planning to drown in oppression, depression, suppression, yo oppression, me pression. None of that. Okay? So there's a certain way I live my life so that I can rise above, so that I can lift up to where I belong. So I share with you a certain way that I live my life so that I can then live on purpose. When I overcome, I'm then living. I'm not overcoming to then repeat the overcoming. I'm overcoming to live. So a certain way I live my life, certain things I do to live on purpose. I plan to have more health, more peace in my health, more peace in my body. I plan to have more peace and more harmony in my relationships. And I plan to have more honey in my money. So I share with you, okay, the sweet stuff. All right. And then thirdly, there's a certain way I live my life so that I can live out my purpose. I overcome on purpose to live on purpose so I can live out my purpose. Because I believe that each of us come into this experience with certain gifts, talents, and sensitivities. Lets us know why we're here. Why am I here? Why was I born? What's the point? What's the purpose? At the root of it all, most people are trying to answer that question. Okay, so let's get to it. As a part of my intentional living, I'm sharing these prayer practices with you and these prayer models. So, all together collectively, because I'm not reading by myself, we are now reading the ninefold baptism. This is a part of a prayer, a model of prayer that you can pray in groups. So, we're looking at corporate prayers, different ways that you can pray in groups. So, we finished the mastermind prayer, and some of you experience different. Or let me say it this way, some of you participate in the daily download, and so you get a chance to maybe tap into more of this even when I'm not on the air. Okay. All right. So we're picking up with the daily downloaders with the ninefold baptism. And this morning, where we were working with the first fold baptism, second fold baptism, and third fold baptism. So we're going to do the same thing. So I'm going to add my little sauce to it, and then I got to go because I got a meeting. They'll be calling for me a little bit. So I'm real dramatic sometimes. Gotta go. So I'm gonna echo a little bit of what I heard this morning because it's so true. So many times, most often, we refer. I know I titled this "God as Me" because that's so tricky. Ooh, that's probably messing with some people right there. Like, what? Heresy. um, we often almost always see God outside of ourselves. God is somewhere out there. I'm lifting up my hands up there to God and God out there. So we're constantly referring to God out there. What we like to say in our practice, which is called kingdom, that God is the everywhere, evenly present spirit of absolute good. And when we say everywhere, we mean everywhere, meaning outside of you and inside of you. And we start inside. We start inside. Before we come out there, we start inside. Love the Lord your God with all your heart and love your neighbor as you love yourself. So we start inside and then we come out. And even as we said this morning, the daily download, the kingdom of God is where? Within you. So we go in. Okay, we go in to pull out. That's what we do. All right. And so the first part of the ninefold baptism, the first fold, the second fold, and the third fold, it's all about going in. And we do it very strategically we've got some gestures and some breathing because your breath is so divine. Your breath is so divine. And I love the way I heard it last week. Your breath is so divine. It is so God author that you don't, it's what we call sometimes involuntary muscles. You don't tell your heart to beat per se. All right. You come into agreement with it. But it is God. It is God in you. It is God in you, through you, and God as you. That's authoring the beat of your heart. And breath reminds you of that. Breath reminds you that as you breathe, that is such a worship. And to do it intentionally, I know there are people say, I don't believe in God. That's all right. Breathing tells me otherwise, but that's okay. That's all right. Okay. We work with it. All right. So the first fold baptism, we invite individuals to do the physical gesture of just putting your hands on your stomach, on your tummy, on your belly. And you take a deep conscious cleansing breath and you affirm, God in me. It is something about that breath, y'all. That's first fold. God in me. You got to learn to live from within. You know how we say we walk by faith and not by sight? That's from within. Because if you just living by what you see, if you only live by what you see and you don't go in you, that can be very discouraging. So it's important you allow yourself, usher yourself inside, usher yourself back to your breath, back to the beginning, back to Genesis. Usher your breath. One more time since it's our beginning. God in me. And another one more time. God in me. That's first fold. Second fold. We invite you to bring your hands up from your stomach, up to your face, and we're going to affirm God flowing through me. God flowing through, up and out, me. God flowing through me. God flowing through me. And breathe. I like to push it out and hear the sound of it. In through the nose. That's worship. That's your power. That breath is so affirming of your presence, your right now, your power, your equipping, your empowerment, your endowment. The word endowment is not just for a scholarship fund. That's for you. God flowing through you. Third fold baptism. We invite you to take your hands and come right on back to your tummy. And the third fold baptism, this is the tricky one for some people. God functioning as me. You are a little g God. God functioning as me. You are the version of God that sometimes we encounter. God functioning as me. You are empowered to create. God created, and you've been empowered to create. You tap into your God as me to be innovative, to be creative. That's your God as me. That you're able to tap into divine, unlimited ideas that define your health, that define your harmony in relationships. God in you will author you to peace in that relationship and to financial breakthrough. And we breathe. Breathe again. And again. You're almost tempted to just stay right here, right? Cancel all the rest of your appointments for the day. The breathing helps you to get to the rest of your appointments for the day. Right here in the middle of the day, we take time to breathe, to honor, give thanksgiving, to worship, and to affirm our truth that we are not alone, that we are not without equipping. We are well able to do all that we've been assigned to do with our time here on earth. All right, release. All right, I love you. Thank you so much for joining me today. Hey, Brenda Elaine, it's my Baltimore chapter. Hey, I love y'all. I bless y'all. Thank y'all so much for being with me, for your hearts, your comments, your likes, your thumbs up, all that stuff, smiley faces. Thank you so much for your acts of kindness, your expressions of kindness, your donations, contributions. Thank you for all of that. Y'all take care and have a wonderful rest of the day. Now, you can stay right here and keep on breathing. I got to go now. I'm going to have to breathe some more later. Okay. Well, actually, we're breathing the whole time, but the deep, conscious cleansing breathing. We'll do some more later. Now, I got enough to carry me through the rest of my day. All right. God bless you. That's right. You got it, Brenda. God bless you and God be you. Take care, everybody.